Hey guys, welcome back to Clownfish TV. This is Kneon. I am here with Geeky Sparkles.
Hello.
And we're going to talk about how X is fake. X rolled out a feature, a geolocation feature that shows you where an account is from or where they post primarily from. And it's kind of shocking, I guess, if you weren't paying attention, to see how many of these American accounts, these agitator accounts, are actually based overseas.
Mm-hmm.
Oh
I
my
wonder
God.
why you were posting your real boy and put your location. I thought that was weird.
US.
That makes sense, yes.
Yeah, so this is really upsetting some people because they're finding out that a lot of accounts that look like they're pro-American and they're very political or whatever, it turns out that they're from, India, Bangladesh.
So are they only playing one side of it, or are they playing both sides of it?
I think they're playing both sides.
Okay.
Now, I've seen a lot of quote-unquote MAGA accounts that are beyond parody.
We've mentioned before in the past
Yeah.
in these videos, we talked about, you get these people that would put these posts up or engage, but they were like a caricature of
Yes.
what you'd think somebody, and it was like, those are obviously not real. And that's kind of what you're talking about.
You can usually tell, now it's getting harder with AI, but you can usually tell if you engage with these accounts within a couple of engagements that it's one, it's a bad faith actor, and two, it's like, yeah, I don't think you're actually from America. Like, it's very weird to see all of these accounts just go on and on and on about American politics, and then you find out that they're not actually from America. So, the question is, are they doing it just to agitate, to cause more unrest over here, which is a possibility? Or are they doing it for money? Because a lot of these are blue check accounts. How the hell they got verified, I have no idea. But they're making money off of it then. Mm-hmm. So there are a lot of reasons. I mean, we can talk about some of the experiences we have. And Twitter is actually was one of the biggest offenders back in the day, that you could fake Twitter so easily. And when Elon Musk said he was going to pay $44 billion for the piece of shit platform that formerly known as Twitter, we're like, yeah, probably only 10% of the people on the platform are real.
We said you're overpaying. As soon as he said how much he was paying, we're like, you're overpaying. And then he's like, oh, I should pay less because I didn't realize it was almost all fake. And I was like, anybody could have told you that. If you go back and play the videos, we said
yes,
it's all fake traffic. So why are you paying that much?
And this kind of comes with it. If you're trying to make this a platform of truth, and you're going to expose people's locations, then you're going to find out that, oh shit, I way overpaid. And then advertisers are going to be looking at this like, wait, I'm advertising to, who am I advertising to? Bot farmers? I mean, a lot of this traffic, again, is generated overseas. Is it just like some guy banging away at the keyboard? No, sometimes they actually have farms that do this stuff.
Yeah, but that's been going on for years.
Yeah.
I used to notice it back when I used to track Disney stuff. Oh my gosh, several years ago, that they would have these bot farms that they'd hire that would come in and leave these copy and paste responses and stuff like that. It's not new.
So we'll talk about that, because it's not just X. We're also seeing kind of a trend, I think, on YouTube too. We've talked about YouTube transitioning to shorts, and specifically AI generated shorts. And there are a couple of countries where the vast majority of these shorts are generated from, and they're generated on content farms, right? Mm-hmm. And a lot of the writers on these blogs now, a lot of them are not from the US. They're pumping out AI assisted articles and on content farms. And so the internet is a lot more fake than we wanted to believe.
I don't think people were surprised. I think, well, actually it's funny because you're mentioning this, and I saw an article today, and they're talking about Gen Z and how Gen Z is turning away from the internet because it's a lot of fake crap and they don't want it. So they're actually turning away from it.
Yeah, I think we're actually going to wind up with, I mean, it sounds crazy, but I think we're going to wind up with two different internets. I think we're going to have the corporate internet, which is basically just Google. I mean, it's a Google
it's pretty much just Google now. It's like what they call everything Coke. It's like, do you want 7-Up Coke? Do you want Dr. Pepper Coke? It's do you want
Facebook, Google? Do you want?
Yeah.
But when people think of the internet, they think it's all connected via Google for most people. And then you've got, not little, but large ecosystems within that, like Facebook or YouTube or whatever. And YouTube is owned by Google. And it's no different, if you think about it, than America Online, where you basically went into their gated, walled garden And you could go out to websites or whatever, but really your internet experience was whatever AOL wanted you to see.
Mm-hmm.
And
Well, that
AOL
happened
came and
during
went.
COVID.
Yeah.
If you wanted to get actual other news that you could see, they told you to go to Bing, because if you went to Google, they were blocking a bunch of it.
Yeah, I know, right?
We don't have to talk about it, or you get in trouble.
And it's still that way. It's still that way, right? So let's talk about all of this. Are we allowed to talk about it? Before we get into it any further?
Sure.
Please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants, guys. You get woohoo if you do.
Woohoo!
If you'd like more Clownfish TV, go out to more.clownfishtv.com. That's more.clownfishtv.com. Actually setting up old school forums over there as well. We're not going to use Discord. Not a big fan of Discord, but we are getting that ready. So
you're not going to lure kids off of Roblox to Discord?
No. No, I am not. Actually, the forums are going to be for more members only, and that way we can kind of curate, and we know who's on the forums, right? So we can kind of curate.
Yeah, there's no anonymous accounts you have to give.
No,
nothing like that.
So just so you know, we're going to have your IP address, because I want to make sure that you're real and you're not lying about where you're from, and you're not just there to cause
rotating
problems.
Proxies are for. Anyway, continue.
Yeah, well, they're finding out there are ways to catch these people too. So anyway, they rolled this out, and then they took it away, and then they brought it back. So Mashable had the story yesterday, and it's back now. But Elon Musk's X rolls out feature that shows users' country of origin, then suddenly removes it. Will the feature that reveals where exactly a user is posting from make a return? Yeah, it did like a day later. So they said X visitors were able to go to any user's profile page, which you can do now. Click on their join date to view a new About This Account page, which reveals exactly which nation an account was based. This information differed from the usual location detail on X profile page, as it showed exactly where an account was posting from based on their IP, not what the user inputs themselves.
Okay, but if it's based on an IP address, then it also could be confused that you're using a VPN.
A VPN?
Yeah.
Well, actually, it'll tell you, I think, on the app, like how they're interfacing, if it's from the App Store or from like a VPN or something like that. Okay. This is a double-edged sword, right? This is where it's going to get really tricky, because we're seeing an incursion into our privacy on the internet, right? And they're pushing for digital ID, and they're pushing for, some countries want to ban VPNs altogether. So we've got that on one hand, but then the other hand, we have so many damn fake sock puppet bot accounts, bad actors from other countries trying to stir shit up. You kind of want to know who you're dealing with, right?
Right.
So it's like I don't really have a solution, because I mean it's very funny to find out, and I don't have those pulled up right now, but there were some pretty well known like agitators in the fandom space that the way that they go on and on and on about American politics, you would think that they were from like Portland or something like that. No, they're from overseas.
Of course, some people weren't from here originally or something like that.
I know, but it's like, look,
their families from here or something.
They know where the engagement is.
Right. They're just deliberately trying to trigger. I mean, I see it all the time. I'll see posts and it's obviously, I'll put, this is just engagement farming. Don't fall for it, because it's clearly that's what they're trying to do. And they're answering every person who writes back and trying to, troll worse. Blatantly obvious stuff they know that's going to cause people to be like, no. And they know what you're saying, and they deliberately pretend they don't. And it's just to get you keep talking so they get more money.
Yeah. So there's all kinds of talk. They're not really going into the darker side of it here on Mashable. The darker side of it is that we had a bunch of accounts that were pretending to be from other countries, asking for money. There one account in particular was supposed to be about Japanese women being abused, and it turned out they're actually from like North Korea or from Korea.
Really?
Or something. Yeah. So this whole thing is just insane. Here we have Native American Soul. I'm a Native American. I demand decolonization. Americans are living on stolen land, and they're from Bangladesh. And now the account's been deleted.
So basically, they're just going around trying to get people to engage so they can make money. Or like you said, they were doing it to just like try to stir up stuff and try to keep everybody divided and fighting each other. And then that next question is why?
Well, why indeed? Why indeed? This funny, but not. X after account location visibility was turned on.
I'm sorry, but that is funny.
Here's the American account is actually based in South Asia. The best part about the location feature has been this clown. Okay, this is Omri King. Dude is in full on damage control. This is Alex Cole. I don't know who he is, but he's got 300,000
Political
followers.
commentary, yeah.
ProgressiveWins.com. He put a Canada flag in his bio, changed his profile pic, turned off all replies. Yeah. Turns out his name isn't even Alex Cole.
Well, shocker there.
Homeland Security got busted coming from Israel, and then they changed it so American accounts you can't, or government accounts you can't see where they're from.
Why would it be based? Is that where the servers are based? And that's the next question is why would it be?
Well, that's Israel? A good question.
Why?
That's a good question, right? So, yeah, people India is switching their location to South Asia. Here's another one. Today has been an absolute bloodbath for many of the large accounts in the MAGA, pro-Russian, pro-Chinese, pro-Iranian, pro-Israel, and crypto communities following the implementation of account location info by X. Okay, so here we have Ultra MAGA Trump 2028 from Nigeria. Okay,
and
here we have.
Again, it's possible people could be using rotating proxies, but yeah.
Commentary for Tom Homan. That's not actually Tom Homan, but obviously. Account based in Eastern Europe. This one is MAGA Warrior based in South Asia. That would be India. Here's Russian Army, but it actually says Russian spoof from India. So this is why I'm not even going to go there.
I'm sorry. That's not okay.
I'm going to go there.
That's not okay.
Yeah. So here's the thing. It is on both sides of the aisle. It's not just, I think
they're trying to keep you fighting, because the more you fight each other and polarize, the more interaction they're going to get as you're fighting. You're literally fighting ghosts and fake accounts so that they can get more money, or they can keep you divided, one or the other, or both.
Yeah. Yeah. No, that's just it. Okay. I'm sorry. I got wrong. It was actually South Korea. This is it. Japanese.
It was North Korea.
I had to sit there and think. I'm like, no, they wouldn't be on the internet, would they? Maybe they use it.
No, they are. They probably are, but I'm sure it's restricted, highly restricted.
I'm sure there are ways around it, though. Japanese feminist account exposed as Korean linked by X transparency tools. So the Japan Men Archive, which is, I guess, no longer there, built a following by highlighting alleged misogyny and sexual crimes in Japan. X's new features revealed its Korean ties before changes hit the details, leading to account suspensions and restorations. Observers connected to South Korea's online feminist trends with reactions, mixing humor, frustration, calls for authenticity. Yeah, so this is the thing. You don't know who you're dealing with. And we could have told you that, but it's definitely become a bigger problem, because before the motivation was simply to inflate account numbers. Mm-hmm. Right. And that's
false promotion, false grassroots, whatever, to try to make it appear that people were more interested to trick investors or, customers or whatever.
And that was one thing. That was more, kind of that's a grift right there. Like, oh, look, this new author that nobody's heard of, all of a sudden she shows up and she's got like 200,000 Twitter followers.
Her old account just gets deactivated with
the old account gets
a couple hundred people, and then it comes back with thousands. Not that ever happens for real. People might just sheer up. That's another story.
Yeah, there was a machine behind it, right? And it was very easy to fake numbers on Twitter before. But that's what the motivation was back then. Or the studios, they would try to be like, everybody wants this thing, go see it, guys, you're missing out. And there was like, these rando accounts. Now it's more malicious, though. Now it's actually, let's stir up, all kinds of bullshit by posting, a lot of times, becoming a caricature of the worst of a particular side. Mm-hmm. To make it look like, they're just batshit crazy or whatever. And I've wondered, and we're going to cover a TikTok video here later in another segment, but I wondered how many of these insane TikTok accounts, it's the same thing. It's like,
I know that a lot of it's just to try to shock for engagement. Obviously. But this is somehow worse because you're like completely lying about everything about who you are. And they say, they're fake accounts taking money. So people were they're on there taking money. This is why you have to verify everything. And it has to be somebody I know, an organization I'm personally, associated with or whatever. I don't just give money for sob stories and things because it could be a big scam. And unfortunately it happens a lot.
Yeah. And this is, This is one of these fake Gaza accounts. They said that there are countless. I'm sorry, countless fake Gaza accounts. According to the Israeli foreign minister, said that the new X feature ripped the mask off of them. Some chat posting for Pakistan, another was in London, another manipulative abuser somewhere else, all claimed to be suffering in Gaza while in the comfort of some coffee shop far away. And same with fandom too. Like there are very clearly agitators that are probably working for studios, and they may or may not be overseas, or it might be you have an American.
Not a new thing, by the way.
Not a new thing. But it's gotten more and more malicious and more deliberate to the point where, I still believe that rewriting Ripley thing from a couple of years ago. I believe 100% that was a studio thing. I think it was a Disney Lucasfilm thing that they're trying to connect any detractors with the actual alt-right. And
if they were hired by Disney, I can't say. But what I can say was there was connections there, and their behavior was ridiculous enough that you had to ask, why would they be going this far? And there's only one thing that makes sense.
Yes.
So, I'll leave it at that. Yeah, I can't say for sure, but
yeah,
I mean, it was pretty,
I have to wonder if X is going to take a hit, because now people are going to realize, like, oh my God,
you can't hide on there. Yeah.
You can't hide. And how many people
need to have this though? But I mean, some people I think are going to get caught up. I think some people are going to things could be, it could have an error. It could be, because of rotating proxies or what VPNs or whatever. There could be reasons why it shows up wrong. So I think there's going to be not everybody's going to be authentically not where they say they are. But the fact that they're ripping off that there's all these people like scamming, then good.
Yeah.
Scam this bitch. Yeah.
Scam this bitch. Seeing all the women of crypto Twitter disappear after this new location update.
The private real women.
Yeah, here, Legacy Killa HD. This location update is the best thing to happen to the site maybe ever. Okay, let's see here. We love Israel. Okay, cool. Women of Israel. Okay, cool. Where are they from? Nigeria.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. What's this one? Ivanka Trump News. 1 million followers. No affiliation with actual Ivanka Trump. Okay, well, it's got to be somebody that's a fan, right? It's got to be somebody here in the U.S. Nigeria.
So I'm seeing a pattern here with Nigeria. India, Nigeria.
Yeah, I'm a Nigerian prince.
Hey, that's a joke meme for a reason.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, Ireland. Let's see. Yeah, from Moscow, Russia. So this is. Oh, look at me. I'm in Russia. I'm fighting in the war. Based in Ireland. Based in India, American Voice, American Guy X. Based in India.
When you call American Guy X, immediately I'm kind of like, I question you.
This is awesome. I can't wait for the new He-Man movie. I'm glad she's getting work. Let's see Twitter after everyone can see location. Yeah, pretty much. I mean, this is crazy. We're going to see so many people that cause so many problems over the years get exposed, I think, for being, outside the country or whatever.
This person here does say that it's not showing it correctly. It said, I set my location as Canada. I don't use a VPN, but it's, it's saying that they're not where they said they were, and they said they were.
Well, I do know Starlink, because we actually have Starlink.
Yes, that's
I do
true.
know Starlink. It's like, why? Because I think it's got rotating proxy or something.
Well, your business one, you can get a static one.
Yeah, we have Starlink for the house.
But,
we have business.
My mom has Starlink too, and she keeps having trouble because her different streaming services, Disney Plus being one of them, especially keeps locking her account or kicking her out because it's showing her as being in a different place.
Yeah,
and you can't watch the American one. Well, it's usually in America, but it's showing her different places that screw up her account. The other day, she couldn't. Something messed up with her bank card, and her bank card got locked because it was showing her in a different location using her card that was assigned an address, to where she lived. And they were showing us 2 different places, and it kept being used. So they locked her one card over it. And she tried to get a static VPN, and they said that they wouldn't let her. They wouldn't let her do that. They said that she couldn't. If you are a homeowner home package, you can't do it.
Huh.
That's what I told her, so I don't know.
Yeah, because I understand that, because we're getting, we're in Western Pennsylvania, and we're getting ads if we're on Starlink from like West Virginia, from God, we had one from,
No.
yeah, we had one from like, it was Ohio or something. And it was just like, what is going on here? So it, you know, again, it changes throughout the day. So it just depends on the time of day. Every once in a while it'll sync up, but not very often. Right. So, I mean, I get that, but still in the US, right? It's not showing us as being in Ireland or India or whatever. Here's another one here. I think I have a submission for the best location reveal yet. Last year I posted about female OnlyFans models who are pissing off trans people because they're pretending to be trans, seemingly to make some trans porn cash. And okay. As it turns out, those female OnlyFans models were actually Indian and African men pretending to be white women, pretending to be trans.
Oh my God, this is like Victoria.
Okay,
Oh
my head hurts.
Pretending to be a man, pretending to be a woman.
Let me zoom in on this. I have to digest this. Okay. As it turns out, those female OnlyFans models were Indian and African men pretending to be white women, pretending to be trans.
There's so much wrong with this.
Wasn't this a Wayne's Brothers movie?
So, yeah.
Oh, you call it Nigerian?
My daughter loves that one.
Nigerian Princess.
Nigerian Princess. So yes, you had female OnlyFans models that were supposed to be white girls, but they were actually Indian and African men. So when you were like in there with your kink and getting it on, there's where you're talking to dudes, which, you know, some people might not care either way.
Eventually you're going to be talking to robots. I mean, let's be honest. That's the next phase. And it could be that these are, you know, AI to some degree or whatever, but with AI and with video footage, yeah, you could totally have somebody in Nigeria or India create a OnlyFans model, and that's who you're interacting with. You know, it's like you'd have no idea. And that's kind of wild. So don't look at porn. That's the lesson.
Okay,
right?
well, I'll try to keep myself in check there.
Geeky, you stay away from the OnlyFans models. It
was insane back when they were doing.
Wait.
No, wait. I have a point.
Okay.
And it was X back when they were doing the, you know, food stamp thing, and the people weren't getting their food stamps and stuff. If you searched Snap to see what was like the most recent things that were coming up for people complaining about what was going on, what was the status of it, because we were trying to follow it. When you would search it and you'd look at the latest post to see what was going on, it would pull up nothing but porn at the beginning. And I was like, why can't I look into it? Like, because if you try to look, it's going to show you porn.
Yeah, of course it does. It's good money in porn.
Apparently they just look for buzzwords, and that's what they, you know, try to buzz your words with.
Now this is interesting. This is Grum's. He was getting attacked over. I guess he's getting attacked over politics or whatever. It turns out these accounts were from. Here we have one in Jordan and we have one in Turkey.
Oh, that's interesting.
Gavin Brokeback Mountain. Yeah, oh yeah, PSA, if you don't want to get accidentally location doxed by Twitter. No, but a lot of these people, and I'm going to tell you, it's going to be these people with the anime avatars, says the cartoon talking head. A lot of them are just agitator accounts, and they're absolutely just out there to engagement farm, especially if they have that blue check because they get paid for it now. I
can prove I'm from where I say I am. You ready? Warsh, Crick, and Yins.
Okay, that's code. That's an alt-right dog whistle.
Yes. No, those who know. If you know, you know. Warsh,
people love it when you say majority too.
Majority.
Yo, I was listening to, because I'm not from Western PA, right? So I was listening the other day to Mr. Rogers. There actually was a clip of Mr. Rogers, and he was pissed off that he got a parking ticket. That clip is on YouTube.
I think that's AI.
No, it's real. But yeah, so he was. I mean, it's not the AI one where he's swearing. This is actually from.
I was like, oh no.
No, this is actually from an episode of Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood where he was disappointed that he got a parking ticket because he was trying to put money.
Parking ticket?
Kinda. He was trying to talk his way out of it.
Well, dude, teach the children how to talk you out of parking tickets.
I've never seen this episode.
You, Mr. Rogers. I still do.
I know. R.I.P. Mr. Rogers. But so this is from the 70s. So I don't think they reran it because it would have made him look bad. I mean, he wasn't like seething or anything like that. But I could tell the accent. I'm like, oh yeah, he is from Pittsburgh. He is from Pittsburgh.
Who else is from Pittsburgh and used to work on Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood? Michael Keaton.
Michael Keaton, yes, aka Michael Douglas. He was a Yinzer.
Douglas.
Well, yeah, he was a Michael Douglas, and they had to change his name to Michael Keaton because there already was Michael Douglas. And
that's right.
when you join the Actors Guild, you have to. Yeah, there can only be one of you.
That's right. You are correct. I was
So
very
he had
confused.
to become
Anyway,
Michael
that's
Keaton.
neither here nor there. This is all about mystery and identities and who's real and who's not.
Well, that's it. Which Michael Douglas are we dealing with? Are we dealing with Batman?
I'm so confused. Anyway, you don't know who you're talking to on X. You don't know who you're talking to on any social media platform. I don't think it's just X. I think there's a lot of this going on across the board.
Yes.
Always verify if they're asking you for money. Don't just give money because they say they're from someplace. Just always verify it, because I won't trust anybody on the internet. If they keep trying to get you to engage and they keep trying to get you to keep talking and all that, it's probably because they're engagement farming.
Yep. That's
And if it
exactly
feels like a caricature, it probably is.
I have gotten to the place where I actually will mute and block people. I didn't used to do it before, but I'm like, no, I think you're just looking for engagement. And I think you're looking for engagement to get paid, because I literally have no idea who you are, but you're in my mentions, like going, and it's like, nope. Not giving you satisfaction. Sorry. Not as nice as I used to be. I've been on the internet too long. We're going to wrap it up.
Yes.
Please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants. We'll talk later.
Bye.